Insights Media.
The Osun Masterminds, a civil society organization that has been holding the state accountable for over a year, has called on Governor Adeleke to make public the report of several committees it set up to review activities of the immediate past administration of Aregbesola. The group, in its March edition of the State address delivered by its executive director, Professor Wasiu Edokunwale, said Adeleke's government should not keep people in darkness on matters that have taken away means of livelihood from many and thrown some communities into confusion.
The state people want to know when the Adeleke government unfroze the state account that the governor ordered a freeze on in his inaugural speech. If Mr. Governor orders a freeze on the account of the state to carry out important investigations and make this intention public knowledge, the people deserve to know what his government found out before it dipped hands in the same account to fund government expenses it has undertaken since inception. The people also deserve to know what the various committees found out with their investigations. If a contract award committee was commissioned to find out the wrongdoings of the past administrations in its contractual obligations, the public should know when the government finished its findings and decided to continue the construction of Osogbo Ilaudo boundary road. The people also deserve to know what became of the Kingship Review Committee that the Adeleke government set up. By a single order, government destabilized the traditional institutions of several towns and villages in the state. Government can therefore not rightly keep mute on the outcome of this committee that has thrown confusion into the ownership institution of our important towns and villages. We are concerned that this government make loud its suspicion of the past administration's intention and its own resolution to probe the actions it suspects to be wrong. We believe that since whoever comes to equity must come with clean hands, government, the governor particularly, owes it a duty to our people to tell them what it found out through the several committees it formed earlier. Mr. Governor, who was open enough to address a meeting of traditional rulers to tell them he made humongous debts, cannot now become secretive as to how he's managing that debt and how he's holding the perpetrators accountable for throwing the state into such huge indebtedness. We do not want to assume that the government discovered that it acted hastily earlier and as such resolved to keep quiet now.
The masterminds commended Adeleke on some of his achievements in his first 100 days in office, most especially payments of after-service arrears owed by Rauf Aregbesola-led administration.
It is noteworthy and highly commendable that within his first 100 days in office, he has started righting the wrongs of salary modulation of the Aregbesola administration. We commend the governor for daring to do the right thing despite paucity of funds. We note with delight that the action is contributing in no small measure to the welfare of civil servants in the state. We also commend the governor's remobilization of contractors to the Osogbo Ilaudo boundary road construction, the project being one so strategic to the continued development of our dear state, has to be sustained to full completion so that the state and all communities on the route are able to fully enjoy the intended benefits of that road. Worthy of note also is the government's intention to release retirement bond certificates to retirees who have been on the waiting list for a fairly long time. This is also highly commendable, and we encourage the governor to continue in this direction, ensuring that the welfare of the people of the state comes first in his approach to government decisions and not mere politicking.
Comment on security, the civil society organization said.
In Ilesha recently, and Ikire earlier, a total of 3 persons were reportedly killed, and to date, there is no one being held accountable for their gruesome murder. These were, according to reports, political killings. Fingers have been pointed out in different directions. But we expected that by now, the state government should have taken serious actions in bringing the perpetrators to book if it is sincere about securing the state. We have also been inundated with reports of increased activities of miscreants and thugs in the state, purportedly with the backing of government. We want to state that for whatsoever reason, the Adeleke government must not deliberately rear or pamper thugs at a time when insecurity is threatening the survival of the country itself.
From Oshogbo, Mudipiola Shomi, Inside Links TV.
Insights Media.